Elderly neighbors terrified after bullets come flying into their southeast side home. Just down the street, San Antonio police arrested a suspect wearing a bulletproof vest. Eyewitness News reporter Vanessa Croy shows us the fear in Highland Park tonight.
It could happen anywhere. Unfortunately, it happened to our parents.
Priscilla Vasquez said her elderly parents awoke early this morning to a jarring sound. Thinking the noise came from the wind and storms outside, they went back to sleep. But when they later came downstairs, they discovered the damage.
When he came down, it was apparent that someone had shot through the walls. One of the gunshots came through the front of the house right here.
All happening while they were sleeping upstairs.
One of the bullets actually went all the way from the front all the way to the back of the house.
Vasquez said her neighbors also reported shots fired into their homes.
They've lived in this neighborhood for the last 43 years. I grew up in this house. My other siblings grew up in this house. No other incidents have happened in this neighborhood like this.
San Antonio police said they responded to a call just down the street from Vasquez's parents' home off Rigsby Avenue. A man reporting his car had been shot multiple times. Authorities said they got a description of the truck the suspect might be driving and found this man, 22-year-old Carlos Alberto Rodriguez, parked just a block from Vasquez's parents' home. Police said Rodriguez had a handgun and a rifle in his truck and was wearing a bulletproof vest. Rodriguez was arrested and charged with deadly conduct.
You know, they're older and they just don't want any kind of retaliation against them.
Vanessa joins us now live from Public Safety Headquarters. Vanessa, have San Antonio police connected these two shootings?
Well, Deb, Rodriguez was arrested and charged with deadly conduct for shooting that car down the street from the Vasquez home. Police only telling us tonight those two cases are related. And that's why Vasquez is asking her neighbors to take a look at their video surveillance footage and report anything suspicious to police. Authorities telling us tonight that case is still under investigation. Deb?
Vanessa, thank you.